Okay, guys, I honestly feel that Nintendo is trying to go back to the console war. What? To the console war? Why'd you say that? Well, let me tell you why. When was the last time that Nintendo actually mentioned anything about resolution, about FPS, about all those little things? When was the last time that Nintendo mentioned that? Think about it. It was for the GameCube era. You know, when we have the GameCube, the Dreamcast, the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, when all these were competing against each other, Nintendo was happy that the GameCube was more powerful than the PlayStation 2. I feel like a Nintendo never saw the Dreamcast as a direct competitor. Did you want to put it like that? I feel like a Nintendo was more concerned about the PlayStation 2 rather than the Dreamcast. So when the GameCube, came out on the market, Nintendo was happy that it was more powerful than the PlayStation 2. But then out of nowhere, Microsoft came with the Xbox and changed everything. Now, with that said, how the whole story ends. But that's for a different story or different video. The important part right now is that Nintendo is not just telling you that now they are gonna be betting on graphics, they're gonna be betting on high resolution, FPS. Not just that, Nintendo even is investing money on AAA games from third parties. And you had the new game from software, you know. So all these things about exclusives and why not, that's a lie. There is money. There is money behind it. It doesn't matter what company it is, if it's Microsoft, if it is Sony, Nintendo, there is money behind it. So Nintendo it's betting, with all these things, little details here and there, if you put them together, I feel like a Nintendo it's betting. I don't wanna say it's trying to come back like 100%. I feel like a Nintendo is testing the water. It's testing the water and see how things, are gonna work out for them and whatever. Especially now the Xbox is no longer a threat to Sony, because even if Microsoft don't want us, we don't want to admit it, don't want to say it, everyone knows that Xbox it's done. Xbox it's done. There is no more Xbox competition. So Nintendo, I feel like Nintendo is afraid that Sony may eat that portion. You want to put it that maybe eat, maybe absorb that portion of players that were from Microsoft. They're gonna be transferred to PlayStation, and now eventually Sony is gonna push Nintendo out of the competition. So Nintendo is afraid of that. So it's trying to do something right now that is still trying to do something, whatever, and maybe not this generation, but the next one. I feel like a Nintendo is gonna be back to be, side by side fighting with Sony and the PlayStation. I don't know. That's what I think. But let me know on the comment section what you think.